Shah. The hearty Shalom to you mighty men that go out there and labor and do the work of the Most High, presenting your body as a sacrifice and doing all things for the elect's sake, pushing this truth and magnifying the ministry. Shalom, shalom. Shalom to all of the men that may not be out there on the highways and byways as of yet, but they're working on it. They're getting built up in the spirit. They're praying, they're fasting, they're studying, they're being diligent and abounding in the work of the Lord. Shalom, shalom. Before camp warning, and clutch shalom to all of the aquas out there, the sincere sisters out there holding it down in the household, reverencing their husbands, being submissive, being diligent, and moving in the spirit of our righteous foremothers. Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, Leah, Esther, Judith, and the list goes on and on. The topic of this live stream is really a before camp warning, but I didn't really add that to the title, right? We on our way to camp. It's still the elect, man, to prophesy the restoration to the 12 tribes and simultaneously prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great and all these strange nations. Right? With that being said, in these last days, with so much prophecy coming to pass and so much turmoil coming on the earth, and looking forward and hastening to the coming of the day of the Lord, you have to be in a spirit of not only watching over your own spirit, but also being your brother's keeper. Right? We're commanded to be our brother's keeper. It's not a suggestion. It's not something the Lord said, well, only on Thursdays or Wednesdays, or, whenever, you want to, you can be your brother's keeper. You're commanded to be your brother's keeper, huh? And I'm going to do a lot of paraphrasing, obviously, because I'm driving, right? But the Lord said, this is the message, this is 1 John, the 3rd chapter, right? Really 10 on down. This is the message that you heard from the beginning, that we should love one another, right? And it says, not as Cain, who was of that wicked one, right? So Cain was of the wicked one, meaning Cain was of Satan. And if you don't love your brother, you're pretty much of Satan, man. And Cain knew the law. It's not like Cain didn't know the law. Cain willfully decided to what? Not look out for his brother. So it says, not as Cain, who was of that wicked one. And wherefore slew he his brother, because his own works were evil, and his brothers were righteous, paraphrasing. You got a lot of brothers who are envious, who hate their brothers, right? Their brother gets built up in the spirit. You got brothers that come into the truth and wax mighty. You got brothers so-called hate on that brother. Oh, he's out of my camp. Oh, man, he's dealing with Satan. Oh, he got spirits on him. Oh, he's breaking it down wrong. And you know damn well the brother breaking it down right. Right? You got brothers who just hate their brothers, envious, jealous. You understand? Emulation. We ought not to be in that spirit, man. You have to be your brother's keeper. You got brothers. I was reading Matthew the other day, and when Judas in Matthew chapter 27, when Judas went and confessed his iniquity, right? When Judas went and confessed his iniquity to the Pharisees and the Sadducees, he said, "I have sinned, and that I have betrayed innocent blood." And Judas Iscariot, after he betrayed Yahushua, he pretty much repented, and he went to turn in the money, right? The shekels of silver that he got for selling out the Lord. So once he did that, and he sinned and said, "I betrayed innocent blood," and he went to return the money, what did the Pharisees do? They said, "What is that to us? See thou unto that." And what happened after that? Judas went and hanged himself. Meaning what? Judas, after he repented, you might have a brother that repents, a brother that's looking for counsel, right? A brother, he's dealing with it. He got spirits on him. He feels low and down. And then you got that same brother reaching out to brothers, another brother saying that's your problem. You got to deal with it. They don't have nothing to do with me. That's your lust demon. That ain't mine. Oh, that's your weed smoking demon. Work that out on your own, right? Don't come to me with that. And then that brother, them spirits get worse, like Judas. He had that depression spirit and that guilty spirit after he was condemned, and then that demon of condemnation and depression increased and turned to a whole demon of suicide. Then he went and killed himself. So the and that blood is on the Pharisees' head too, because he came to them and confessed his fault, and he said, "See thou unto that." That basically they said, "What is that to us? See thou to that." Meaning that's your problem. You got to deal with it. Don't bring that to us. We don't need that money. You handle that. right? So you want to be the brother who's reliable. You want to be a brother that brothers can look out for or look up to. You want to be a brother where brothers are comfortable talking to you. You don't want to be a standoffish, arrogant asshole in this truth, man. A lot of brothers they get a lot of precepts and knowledge and understanding, and then you become strict. You become an asshole in this thing. To lock you for the language, but that it is what it is, man. Right? You become high and mighty, arrogant, proud, and then nobody can deal with you. Like that Nabal spirit. Nabal increased and wealth and riches, and he was pretty much a nigga. You know? He was still a nigga. So no matter how much you increase, you still want to be the brother that loves your brother. And loving your brother is keeping your brother out of sin. You got a lot of respected persons in Israel. You got a lot of people who see their brother in sin, and they're not going to say nothing because they don't want to get on that brother's bad side. Well, I don't want his feelings. I don't want to hurt his feelings. You got brothers saying, "Oh, I don't like confrontation. I don't want to really bring that problem up." Oh well, maybe that brother, maybe it's not really what it is. No, it is what it is. You saw the brother rolling a blunt, talking about, "Oh no, I don't think that's really what I saw." Well, I don't want to say nothing about it. Now, if you don't say nothing about it, hey, that blood is on your hands, man. That's Leviticus chapter 5 and 1. Leviticus chapter 19 and 17. 1 John chapter 3, 12 through 15, man. Right? You're commanded to tell your brother to come out of sin. You got a lot of brothers who really hate their brother simply by not correcting their brother. And that's a great form of love right there. That's the strong, mighty form of showing love to your brother is correcting him. And I know, brothers coming to this thing, you don't want to get on the brother's bad side. You want to be nice to everybody. We're not here to be nice to everybody. We're not here to just be effeminate, huh? You know, your brother's going. If you see a spirit on your brother, say something to him, huh? Don't let that demon overwhelm your brother, because next thing you know, that brother might fall out the truth, or that situation can wax worse, and then that blood is on your hands, right? That blood is on your hands. You see a brother, he got a proud demon on him. A brother got a lust spirit on him. And like I always say, a lot of people with demons on them, they don't know that they have demons on them. You have to really, really be in the spirit to know that you have a lot of demons on you. Now it's up to your brother to correct you and let you know that you have demons on you and spirits ready to sift you out. And one of the greatest examples of brotherly love is Yahweh Shai and the Apostle Peter, in my opinion. And one of my favorite precepts in Luke chapter 22 and 31 on down, Yahweh Shai said what? He says, he told Peter, Satan has desired to have you, that he may sift you as wheat. Right? But I have prayed for thee, that thy faith fail not. And when thou art converted, strengthen thy brother. And that's love right there, man. Yahweh Shah saw demons ready to sift out Peter. Peter didn't know what was going on. And Yahweh Shah wasn't ashamed to tell him. Yahweh Shah wasn't, well, that's Peter. I don't want to, make Peter hurt by what I'm about to tell him. No. You saving your brother's life, man. Hey, the Lord said in Ezekiel chapter 3 and 17, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman into the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word of my mouth and give them warning from me. Right? And if you got to bust somebody's eardrum open, you screaming to warn them, hey, so what? You saved their life. The Lord don't care about that, man. If you got to scream at the top of your lungs to save somebody from getting shot or getting hit by a 16-wheeler, and then their ears start bleeding, but they survived the car accident, or they survived the shootout. Guess what, brother? You saved that man's life. So what if his eardrum, and the Lord said, some say with fear, pulling them out of the fire, hating even a garment spotted by the flesh. So certain brothers, you got to love them by pulling them out the fire. Certain brothers you show compassion to, and you kind of make yourself all to all men. But don't be afraid to show love by pulling your brother out of a fire, man. Hey, Nehemiah had to do that. When you read Nehemiah chapter 13, 25 on down, Nehemiah said, and I contended with them, and I cursed them, and I smote certain of them, and made them show love. That was love he showed them, man. When he plucked out their hair, he was thinking about love. When he beat them up, he was loving them. You know? When he cursed them and made them swear by force, that was all love. So sometimes, not saying you gotta get physical with your brother. That was really a situation that was isolated a few times throughout the scriptures, right? With Phineas and Yahweh Shah did something similar in Mattathias and Maccabees. But those are few isolated situations where sometimes the brother's emotions and how he feels about the correction doesn't matter. How a brother feels about you correcting him, that literally doesn't matter. Because not only are you getting blood off of your hands, you're saving that brother's life. If I see my brother drowning in the ocean and I go and save him, and I go to save him, he says, no, I can make it. And you know damn well the brother can't make it. So you got to damn grab him up, pull him out the water. Now he can be mad. Now after you pull him out the water, he can be mad. I'm not going to say he has the right to be mad, but he can be upset. He can say, hey, look, why'd you pull me out the water? Hey, I had it. I told you that I could have made it on my own, but you made the judgment call, and you pulled them out the water. Like I said, he could be mad, but you saved his life, right? You saved his life, man. So again, part of correcting your brother is part of loving your brother is correcting them, man. You know, loving your brother is keeping him out of sin. There are many ways to love your brother, man. You know, loving your brother in 1 Samuel, right? In 1 Samuel, the 12th chapter, really 21 on down, Samuel told Saul, right? This 1 Samuel 21 on down, like I said, I'm paraphrasing, because I'm driving, obviously. But Samuel told Saul, God forbid that I should sin against the Lord and ceasing to pray for you. But I will teach you and show you the good and right way, paraphrasing. So another way to love your brother is pray for him, huh? You might see something that brother's dealing with, or just to optimistically looking in the foresight, a brother may encounter a situation, but that prayer that you threw up prevented him from falling into temptation. Pray that your brother don't enter into temptation. Pray that your brother endures. Pray that the Lord gives that brother the spirit of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. That's love, man. Right? Then the Lord say, love thy neighbor as thyself. That's sincere. And if you love yourself, you pray for things to benefit your spirit. You pray for things that you know can push you and drive you to salvation. You pray for things to glorify the name of the Lord through your work. So if you love your neighbor as you love yourself, then you're going to pray that your neighbor receives the same gifts and same benefits that you're praying for. That's love. That's love, man. These are many ways to love your brother. Watch over his soul. Pray for that brother. And that brother you don't have to tell that brother, hey, Ak, I was praying for you all day. Hey, Ak, I went on a fast for you. Right? Did you see my fast? No, you don't have to tell that brother that. That's between you and Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. If you go in a fast for a particular brother, that's another form of love, man. Or you fast with the brother. That's love. And that brother don't got to know you fasting for him. He don't have to know you. He don't have to know you praying for him either, man. You know, that's between you and again the Most High. So these are different ways to show that you love your brother, man. And we're commanded to. And we're not going to get love from anybody else. We don't get love from the Edomites. I've never gotten love from an Edomite. Never gotten love from a Moabite. I've never ever gotten love for the Ishmaelites. I guarantee a damn Ammonite is not going to pray for me. I guarantee a Philistine isn't going to counsel me. I guarantee it. So who else is going to show us love? The other nations love each other, right? They love each other, man. They keep each other's economy flourishing. They keep each other over the Israelites. They give each other ideas on how to prosper. The other nations love each other, you know? So who's going to love you if your brother don't love you, man? Who do you expect to love you? Your damn woman might hate you. You know, your kids hate that you tell them to put on fringes, right? Your woman, she don't like that you tell that she the one that always got to stay late. Everybody else gets to go home at 5. You got to stay till 7. Crunching numbers. You're the only one that got to do the report. You got to come in early. So your boss hates you. You always getting pulled to the office, threatened to get fired and written up. Everybody hates you, man. You know, the police hate you. Your own people hate you. So who's going to show you love? Be that brother to actually, okay, look, I know the world hates my brother. I'm going to show love to my brother. Right? That's a fellow king on the earth. We're a nation of kings and priests, man. That's a fellow priest on the earth. That's a fellow king on the earth. I love my brother. I'm going to pray for him. I'm going to fast for him. I'm going to labor with him. Right? Hey, guess what? Yahweh Shah says in John chapter 15, 13 on down, there's no greater love than this, than a man lay down his life for his friends. So that's one of the, if not the ultimate form of love, laying down your life for your brother. Right? And we're going to get to those days. And you're going to really find out who is your brother or lay down your life for your friend, paraphrase. Right? You're going to find out who's really your friend and who's really your brother in this thing. The Lord said that some men are only friends in name. That's Sirach the 7th chapter. So when the days of tribulation come, which they're already nigh at the doors, even at the damn they creeping in. So as the days of tribulation approach, Jacob's trouble, martial law, all hell breaking loose, we're going to find out who's really our brother. Right? Who's going to be willing to die for you? Are you going to be willing to die for your brother? When Esau roll up at the damn campsite, and he says, and it's a 10-man camp, and he says, 9 of you, right? 1 of you can 9 of you can go free, and 1 of you have to stay and go with us. Right? 9 of you can go free, but 1 of you members, you black Hebrew Israelites, you stay with us. Who's going to be the brother that says, look, I'll stay? Hey, brothers, you go home. Right, brothers, you get it together. Right? But I'll stay. Who's going to sacrifice their life for their brother? Right? Who's going to be that guy? Right? Who's going to be the one that says, okay, look, you guys go ahead and look, hey, it is what it is. You know? Hey, Yahweh Shah died for us. Man, Yahweh, the scriptures say in Romans chapter 5, for a righteous man, some would even dare to die. You know? So the Lord even knows the mentality of man. He said, for a righteous man, some would even dare to die, meaning certain brothers, you know a brother's righteous, but you're still going to kind of be double-minded if you should die for this brother or not. And Yahweh Shah, and it proceeds after that, it says, well, while we were yet sinners, Mashiach died for us. So the Lord died for us, man. And we was murderers, niggas, liars. You got to ask yourself, would you die for a liar? Would you die for a rapist? Would you die for somebody who loves their enemy? Right? Would you die for a serial arsonist and a child molester and a homosexual man? Would you die for somebody like that? Now, a lot of brothers, you'll say no. But guess what? Yahweh shall die for you and your sin. Why? Because that's the greatest love. While you was a homosexual, a murderer, a thief, a liar, whatever sin you was in, and Yahweh Shah exemplified love and showed it by dying for us. Right? So what should we do? And we ought to live for Yahweh while Yahweh Shah and exemplify that same love towards our brothers. Men ought to love your brother. Work on loving your brother in these last days. Man, we ought, look, like I said, when our hell break loose, all we gonna have, man. All this damn cat banging, like I did a cold cut on it. I hate that cat, right? Some niggas are wicked, right? Be the brother saying, if I see a brother and another cat, we gonna fight. It's on. A brother told me, when he see me, it's on sight. You know? And that's evil, man. That's evil. A brother told me to send another cat. He said, when he see me, it's on sight. Now what am I supposed to do? Come on now. That's evil. You know? So again, this cold cut, like I said, Salakia for not being able to open up and flip through the precepts like I normally do. But I'm on my way to camp. This is a before camp warning. And another way to show your brother love by going out on the highways and byways. Yahweh Shah said, he that lendeth unto the poor, lendeth unto the Lord in the book of Proverbs. So we lend into our brothers pearls. We give them wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. So when you lend unto your brother gifts of the Holy Spirit, by default you're lending unto the Lord. You're giving the Lord these things. Right? Yahweh Shah said in Matthew chapter 25, 31 on down, for as much as you have done to the least of my brethren, ye have done so unto me. You know? And the Lord said, naked and ye clothed me, hungry and ye fed me, I was thirsty and ye gave me drink, in prison and ye visited me, sick. He said, Lord, when saw we thee sick? When saw we thee hungry? Right? When saw thee we thirsty? And Yahweh Shah said what? For as much as you have done to the least of my brethren, you did it unto me. So even that can be physical or that can be spiritual. You spiritually go out there and clothing your brother in this spiritual wintertime where the elements are against him. When you have ravenous beasts out here in this dark night, right? When the nighttime and darkness and sin prevails over the light. You clothe your brother and keep him warm in the land of the living. When he's thirsty because there's no fruit to eat off of the trees, right? When there is no milk and honey in abundance, and it's dry and thirsty, nasty land. Pursuant to Psalms chapter 63, Psalm 42, and many other precepts. And this filthy land, give your brother something to drink. Show love to your brother, right? Give your brother something to wear, man. Clothe your brother. Give him the things that he stands in need of, man. And men ought to love their brother as their own selves, man. But with that, I'm going to close up, giving, of course, our honor and glory to Yahweh, by Shema Mashiach, wa Malak Yahweh Shai. Most High willing, brothers was edified. Tune in. We're going to do a live camp through the Spirit on the main channel. So stay tuned. We're about to start maybe in about 20 minutes or so. Kwam Yashala. Shalom.